But,
all right, moving on
Yes,
to another
that's-
really pretty book. Secret Wars, issue 2 of 8 by Jonathan Hickman and Isad Ribic. We see how Thors are chosen. And it seems that individuals are presented to the Mjolnirs, and the Mjolnirs decide whether said individuals are worthy or not. So we see a young man receive the power of a Thor. And, okay, what do? They go, and okay, in the kingdom of Utopolis, where all these mole men are digging, they found this artifact, which we know is those, what do you call the ships?
They're like a life raft or ark.
The life arc, I think. That's what they call them. Whatever it is, they found one. Okay, B story. There is a conflict between Jamie Braddock and Mr. Sinister.
They're empires.
Yeah, they're empires. There's a big conflict, which comes down to they're going to fight each other in Doom's court to see who is the winner, like trial by combat. So Jamie chooses Brian Braddock as his champion, and he underestimates Sinister and gets a whooping. And there's some highly suggestive artwork in this fight scene, which is kind of hilarious, honestly. Do you guys know the panel I'm talking about?
No, which one are you talking about?
Okay, so right at the end of the fight,
oh, I think I see.
Sinister goes like he's gonna like smash Captain Britain's head, and the shot is like from behind him, low angle, and the weapon he's using looks like a ball sack and a giant wang because of the way he's holding it. Now, you might think to yourself that's an accident, but if you know anything about Isad Ribic, you know that one time he did a cover of Wolverine where Wolverine is laying back holding a very phallic beer bottle with a butt-ass naked Nightcrawler standing in front of him. And if you ask him about it at a convention, he will laugh his ass off and say, and nobody noticed. And you can go buy that comic.
Nightcrawler was in the shadows. He wasn't naked. He was in the shadows.
Look at that comic. He is butt-ass naked. That is a fact. He is not wearing any clothes. He's not a silhouette. He's in heavy shadow, but he is butt-ass naked. Look at it again. I promise you that Nightcrawler is not wearing clothing.
Well, before we get to this trial, the Thors do come to take Sinister to Doom, or Doom's court, I should say. And we get to
those
see
are the cops of the Doom world.
We get to see other little fiefs or other barons and emperors under Doom, which I thought was pretty cool. We've got a Hyperion.
Maestro.
Was Maestro here?
Yeah, Maestro's there.
Yep.
Oh, well, I'm going through the beginning of the scenes. We've got what looks to be Khonshu, the moon god or goddess in this instance.
Khonshu.
We've got the Inferno. We've got Madeline Pryor. We've got the Hellfire Club.
I think that's Sim. Supposed to be Sim behind her?
That
Between
is.
her and Khonshu?
Yep.
That is the most badass looking Sim I've ever seen. He should have a cigar, though. I guess they're not allowed to smoke anymore.
Yeah, they're not.
Oh, shit.
They're going to mention that she's the former Baroness, but she's there for the absent Baron Summers. We've got Apocalypse and his Age of Apocalypse crew, and then the Braddocks, which I gotta love the fact that Sinister calls Megan a cow. I mean,
well, she is pregnant.
Instigates. Yeah, she's pregnant, but he outright instigates a fight. And Captain Britain knocks his head off, or Brian literally knocks his head off, but of course it takes more than that to stop Sinister. Oh, and there's Maestro, like you said. Is that what's her name from Excalibur, from the I want to call her Roma. Not Roma. Is it Roma?
I don't know.
You know
that is a brunette lady with big tits. That's all I can tell you for certain.
The Captain Britain Corps. Merlin's daughter. I think it's Roma. I could be wrong. Okay. Carry on, my friend.
Right. So, Doom stops Sinister from killing Brian Braddock, and it comes out that part of this was all started because Jamie Braddock was starting a rebellion. So he gets completely obliterated, basically, right? And Brian becomes the new. Oh no, they take him to
the Shield.
That's later. Yeah, they take him to the Shield. Brian Braddock becomes the new Baron of that place.
Doom thinks that Brian is part of a resistance, but Jamie steps in and says it's him. Yeah. Which I think he's lying.
We get a glimpse of Franklin Richards and his pet Galactus.
Yeah.
Which is pretty fucking rad.
Yeah.
And we get to see what the Shield is, which is basically just a giant wall around where the Marvel zombies live. So they just throw Jamie Braddock over the wall, and he just fights until he's dead. And that's what it happens when you go to the Shield. It's also it's not just Marvel zombies, but also the Annihilation Wave and fucked up Ultron AI. It's a bad fucking place to have to go.
And Doom was actually ready to kill Jamie, but Invisible Woman kind of whispers in his ear for mercy, so that's when he banishes him. So obviously she has some influence or valued opinion for Doom.
So the Thors get Doctor Strange. What are they telling him about? Wait, hold on. They're not talking about this. They're talking about something about AIM.
Or yeah, Castle Doom later on.
Yeah, are they talking about the life raft thing? Are they talking about something else here? I can't remember.
Yes, they found it. Yes, an artifact.
Okay, so they're telling him about it, and he's like, "It's got to be quarantined and examined." Meanwhile, back at the site, the ship opens, the hatch opens, and Thor's like, "Oh fuck. Go, get everybody the fuck out of here. We found death here." And then it's like the older Thor with the beard and the eyeball patch. And we find out that inside this life raft is the Cabal and evil Ultimate Reed Richards. That's bad news. That's how the issue ends.
And we get an awesome map at the end of the issue that shows us all the kingdoms.
That one Thor took, he took the spear, like the other spear and a Terax axe.
Spear through the side.
Yeah. Ow.
Axe to the chest and a spear through the head.
Yeah, so that the first one it's what's his name's spear?
Corvus Glaive?
Yeah, Corvus Glaive's spear. So I guess it's his glaive.
Yeah.
And then Terex's axe. And then, what's that, Proxa Midnight's?
Yeah,
spear. It takes all three of those to take him down.
It goes through his throat and out the top of his head.
And if he wasn't redheaded, I would think he was our Thor based on his one-armedness and eye patch. But he's redheaded, so I don't know who the fuck he is.
Yeah.
What a way to bring us to this new world, this new reality of everything. Just threw us in the deep end.
Yeah. Battle World.
Alex, do you like how the artist etches in the blacks? Like, you can actually see the...
you asking me if I like that they don't ink this art?
Is the rest of it not inked as well?
This is not inked.
Oh.
He has very dark pencils and very clean pencils, and he does pencil shading a little bit. Mm-hmm. So they don't ink this. And I like it when it's done well like this. Like if the pencils are this tight and like inking this would take away from the art. So yeah, I like it like this, but you gotta have a colorist who knows what they're doing, like this colorist. As well. Is he coloring his own stuff?
No.
Who's the colorist?
Let me see.
Get back to the credits page. I got it.
Eve Svorcina.
Yeah. Okay. So So you gotta have a colorist who knows what they're doing, and it's gotta be only certain artists. Does it look right? Isad Ribic, I really like it when it's not inked. I feel like, if he knew he was going to be inked, he'd probably draw a little differently. Or they'd get a really fucking good inker.
Or maybe
him
and the colorist probably worked before together. Maybe they're comfortable with each other.
It's very, very possible.
But this is some beautiful stuff. Even the face shots that he does in the issues are just great. I mean, there's one with Doctor Strange that's just in his castle later on when he gets this note. Let me find the panel. It's just gorgeous stuff. Viet, what is like your favorite, is there a favorite scene or a favorite group of characters that you're digging so far?
I don't know, just the whole fact that, the shield, like the Great Wall, and that there's Marvel zombies and stuff like that. Like that's really cool. Even though just like Game of Thronesy kind of, but I do like how Isad Ribic draws like Sinister's face. And you just real snide and
so smarmy.
Yeah.
So what do they say? The seasonal migration or the annihilation wave.
Although, don't they all have wings?
Some of them do, yeah.
Like annihilation people have wings, don't they?
Some of them, yeah. But if they're somebody,
that's what the people on the wall are for.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you've got the Ultron AI. They systematically try to break containment every generation. So you got these three. I don't know. You got these three different kingdoms, I guess, trying to break into the wall. They're all stuck outside. I'm interested in seeing more about this, the Shield and these Marvel zombies. This whole outside, the Deadlands, is that what they call them? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm definitely interested in seeing the Deadlands about as much as some of the X-Men stuff, because I'm really curious with the Inferno stuff.
Yeah. Somebody brought up that, I don't know if it was on purpose, but they were saying that, the rock patterns on the wall were, very, they looked a lot like, Thing's rock pattern.
Which wall?
The shield
wall.
Oh.
Yeah. And they were saying that maybe that could be the Thing. Or made of, that sort of relation towards that. I was like, that might be an interesting idea. But I don't know if that's true or not.
And just, well, I
That's
guess
fucking weird is what that is.
Yeah. This feels like Marvel to me, but hey.
Yeah. Someone just brought it up and I was like, that'd be interesting.
And we will note that Doom is wearing all white, his metal armor with white robes. God, Doom.
Everybody's in their Future Foundation
uniform still. I think they did mess it up though, because Valerie, she's supposed to have a 6. Oh, Valeria's Valerie. She's supposed to have 6, I think. And they gave her a 4. Franklin is 5, she's 6, and the rest of the Future Foundation numbers count up.
Yeah.
But hey, Doom created it, so maybe he just meant it to be.
Yeah.
All right. You guys got anything else? This book is just freaking gorgeous, so I will add.
Yeah, this is a good book.
And I think I like that coming into it, we just don't know what to expect. So, of course, we pick this issue up and suddenly it's just like, boom. No ties to what happened before.
Almost all the events are really fun and good at the beginning.
This is true.
But anyways, I gave it 4 even dead-ass Thors.
I'm going to give it 5 Deadlands.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it 4.5. I don't know, White Walker Marvel Zombies.
White Walkers aren't zombies. They're necromancer liches. The zombies are just whites. They're the restless dead who are created by the White Walkers. So maybe you should check your facts there, boss, and look into your history of Westeros, because you have no idea what you're talking about.
What is White Walkers from exactly?
That is from Game of Thrones, a.k.a. A Song of Ice and Fire.